Welcome to another edition of the Goalpost. I'm your host, Oluwamayowa. I'm not alone. I have Collins making a return. The last time when we were speaking, by that time, he never gave South Africa a chance. South Africa, eventually proceeded to go into round of 32, knocking out the likes of South Korea. However, they were knocked out yesterday. Collins, how are you doing this morning?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Mario. Very good to be here again. Thank you.
That's fantastic. Let's start from the home front. They say charity begins from home. Um, there has been this report about the NFF in contract talks with Chelle, and the contract talks surrounds the NFF offering to pay him $100,000 monthly. Then they will be footing the bills of his technical staff. Also, if he eventually agrees to this contract, he becomes the under 23 coach, meaning he will be juggling the national team job and also the under 23 coaching job. What do you make of this news? Because I mean, Eric Chess in the last years of his contract, and it seems the NFF were not serious about it. What do you make of this news, particularly with the NFF coming out to say that they are agreeing, they have agreed to pay him $100,000 with respect to him handling the Super Eagles and also the under 23 national team?
Okay. I feel like it's the right thing. It's like personally, and I speak for most Nigerians because we've gotten to fall in love with the man. You understand? Oh, sure, we're not in the World Cup and everything, but we know that's not his fault. So far, so good. He has passed the eye test. You understand? He's a man that clearly has a structure. He's someone that knows what he's doing. Even when he listed made that outrageous list, and everybody were complaining and everything. We still saw some reasons. We saw reasons why some of the things in what he mentioned there should be brought to fruition. It's not should be made available. You understand? And an increase in his salary is the right step is the right step in the right direction, honestly, because going from 50K to 100K, you understand, it's something good. Look at other African coaches, they earn more than that. You understand? It is this guy Eric Chelle, Nigeria's coach, you understand, is among the lowest paid African coach. And that's bad because looking at what he has done with the Super Eagles, obviously he has not achieved much. But from what he has done so far, for the plans and everything, honestly he deserves more than this. You understand? But the problem now is that handling the Olympic squad, because that's going to be homegrown talent, purely homegrown talent. You understand? You're not going overseas to bring in people, just few. You understand? I think that's where the workload is going to be too much. I don't think. I'm in support of it. I'm in support of it because it's going to give him access to these young stars. You understand? This home based talent that he can just import to the national team straight up from the Olympics. But I feel like the workload is going to be too much. He's a human being, he's not a robot. You understand? He's a human being, he's not a robot. And if he's going to handle the under 23 Olympics, I feel like he should have a strong backing because he's the head coach. He should have a strong backing. You understand? Because we've seen legends come out and advise him against it. It's an advise the boss against the advise the Nigerian board against making him in charge of the under 20 Olympics. And I think you're right. In as much as there are the positives, he's going to see it firsthand. He's going to import home based talent and everything. But there's the aspect of the workload. No human being should be allowed to handle that much. You understand? But his salary increase is perfect. It's perfect, honestly. And the fact that, mind you, is 50K that he was earning before. Inside that 50K, his assistant money is still there. You understand? Assistant coaches and everything is still inside that money. How is that fair? That's not right.
Hmm.
You understand? But now that 100K is just for him alone. You understand? The board will still handle the salary of his assistant. That's very good. You understand? Because with this, you understand, with the proper motivation, you understand, proper incentives, you understand, you see him delivering results. He was delivering with 50K. Imagine what he's going to do with 100K. We can win the World Cup. You understand? We can win the World Cup. So obviously, this is a reach. But I'm just saying, if he can do his job effectively, with that amount, that means we can do a lot
But
more better, a lot more better than.
Collins, let me play devil's advocate. When he was earning 50,000, the same NFF could not meet up with with the payment. Remember the last AFCON, there were reports about the NFF owing him. The payment was not consistent. Even at the moment, he's not just talking about it because it's under contract with the NFF. Um, they are not paying him regularly. Apart from that, every national team coach that has coached the Super Eagles, they have experienced the same thing. If you cannot meet up with the obligation of $50,000 monthly, how do you expect to meet up with an obligation of $100,000 monthly? That's number one. Then, if you pick up the tab of those working with him, that will be another $20,000. Don't you think this is just building castle in the air or building castle in the sand, like they call it? When you cannot meet up 50,000, you are saying you want to pay 100,000.
Honestly, I share the same concern because this is Nigeria we're talking about. This is the Nigerian board we're talking about. This is the NFF, and this is everybody that's involved in the Nigerian football. You understand? We've seen the stories over time. Previous managers, head coaches complaining of complete salaries, delayed salaries, lower salaries, getting what lower than what they're supposed to get. That's the normal thing. You understand? That's the normal for Nigeria. So I have similar concerns, and I feel like this is going to be better because I don't know. While I was reading and going through it, it seems that this is the done deal already. You understand? But the issue now is sustaining it. You understand? I mean, it's okay for you to start. It's okay for you to start something. Maybe uh, paying, giving the money at first, maybe first month, and the second month they cannot sustain it. They cannot continue. You understand? You see issues of delayed salary or reduced salary. They can even take him back to the 50. You understand? Because they cannot meet up with the 100. It's normal. I just pray that's not the case because they sound sure. They sound. I mean, this is demanded. He demanded for this. And for them to look at the criteria, look at what they have done and everything, and come to this agreement, it shows that yes, maybe they are serious about it. Because if they were not, sustainability of his salary is the issue, just like you rightly mentioned. And but I see a positive turnaround this time. I see something different this time. You understand? Because I honestly, if the NFF and the Nigerian Footballing Federation and everything, if they're not tired of this stagnation in Nigerian football, I don't know if they, I don't know what they, I don't know what they see. I don't know how they feel when they look at other African countries like South Africa doing well. You understand? Look at other African countries doing so well at football, and look at Nigerian football. I don't know what they see. I don't know if they feel shame at all. You understand? If they are serious, if there's any bit of seriousness in them, they'll take this seriously. Because our head coach making a significant amount, you understand, is the right step in the is the right step in the right direction. You understand? Because you cannot have the coach any peanuts. You understand? And having him share his salary with his assistant and expect him to do a good job. You understand? Even while he was making that, he was still impacted. You understand? So the proof is there, the result is there. They speak from themselves. So they should do the right thing and sustain his salary, pay him on time, sustain his salary. Don't owe him, don't divide his salary, don't lower his salary. Thank you.
Okay. You mentioned something that
You
I
are muted.
wanted to touch on. You mentioned that the whole of who said under 23, adding on the under 23 job might be cumbersome for him and the rest of that. However, if you look at the players he has been bringing in, they are very young players that can fit into the under 23 system. That's number one. Number two, if he's handling the under 23, there are a whole lot of talent in our league that will probably be an opportunity for them to be able to come into the national team via the under 23. And one of his demand out of the 19-point agenda is he wants to visit stadiums to watch games to be able to scout players by himself. Don't you think the NFF is thinking in that direction? Reason why they decided to increase salary and add the under 23 job to the job such that you'll be able to go and scout younger players, put them in the under 23 system. They will be a feeder for the national team. What do you make of that?
if I got your question right, you said don't I think the NFF considered that before they. Yes, I obviously, because this guy Eric Chell, you have to give it to him. He has a way with words. You understand? Even if he's not, even if that's not what he's doing, but this man can use words to convince you, because you hear him speak, you hear him talk about homegrown talent. I mean, that's why I'm drawn to the man. That's why I like the man, because he wants to focus on homegrown talent. He wants to get them from the grassroots. You understand? He don't want to find established players. Coaches like to go for established players, but this man is not like. You understand? He wants to go deeper. He wants to look for oil. You understand? You know when you're looking for kudo, you go deeper. So you want to go deeper and find them. I feel, yeah, sure, I feel that's why the board we want to hire somebody like that. Shows that there's somebody in the board that knows ball. Instead, there's somebody in the board that actually knows football and know what they are doing. Because most of them they don't know football. They are just there for the money. That's the truth. You understand? So I feel like, yes, sure, that's one of the reasons why they will consider this. They will consider the man, and they will listen to whatever he has to say. You understand? There's no second guessing anything. You understand? He says something, they are doing it. He says something, they are doing it. So I feel like, yes, sure, that's one of the positives. Even if not the greatest positive, that's one of them.